February 21st, third week of our month of prayer. And as I've come in the mornings, I've thought about something I used to do every single morning when I come in. Behind those walls, behind those TVs up there, are light switches just above the screen for that cross. And what I used to do is I used to come in first thing every time I'd walk in the sanctuary, I'd throw those light switches, turn them on, and they throw a spotlight from each side onto the cross. When we put that screen in 20 some odd years ago, we found out that those spotlights that throw onto there bleed out onto the screen, and so we didn't get near as clear a picture from our projector onto that screen, so we stopped putting the spotlight on the cross every time we walked in. And so those lights, they're still there, and I suspect with the new LED lights we could probably get a cleaner, more direct spot that wouldn't bleed onto the screen. Maybe not, I'm not sure. But either way, the habit stopped about walking in and turning the spotlight onto the cross. And I thought about how many of us, somewhere along in our lives, we've taken the spotlight off of that which is most important to us. Somewhere along the line in our lives, we've just stopped. It used to be a habit for us. It used to be something we did on a regular basis. It used to be something we couldn't look at without thinking about, is the light shining brightly on the cross? And pretty soon our lives got busy with work. Our lives got busy with our own personal concerns. We got busy with pretty much everything else. I've got a friend who's schizophrenic. This guy calls me and he leaves me multiple messages on a daily basis. He's been angry at me for a month or so now. And so he usually calls and they're threatening. He threatens to do one thing or the other. And I save some of them just in case Debbie needs to play him at my funeral or something after he kills me. But it always makes me sad for him. It makes me hurt for how much he's hurting, and it annoys me. It does both, because I think about it robs a little of each moment of every day from me just even seeing the messages from him, because I don't take them and talk to him anymore because it consumes forever of my life. And he'll call me in the middle of the night, middle of the morning, I have to turn on my ringer to him. And people ask me, how much longer are you going to be a pastor? How much longer are you going to be coming to see and pray? How much longer are you going to do Jacks for Jesus? And I guess they asked me, since I'm going to be 66 this year, I'm 65 now. And I would hesitate to ever give them any kind of time frame except for this. That as I get older, a friend of mine texted me yesterday and said, Eric, I was in the water for the first time. He still lives on the coast. I was in the water for the first time in 5 years yesterday, and I don't know if I've got it anymore. And I sent him a note back. I said, Brad, you still got it. You just got to start back in easily. It's going to happen. We just need to go to Honolulu for a month or so and lay on warm sands, get in warm water, and take it a little bit at a time as we come back. But as you get older, it's not that you still can't surf. It's not that you still can't run. It's not that because I go out and I run, and when I run, I'm definitely not breaking 20-minute 5Ks anymore. In fact, I'm lucky if I break a 20-minute mile. But what it's like in getting older is that you see little pieces of yourself slipping away. You feel it. You know it. You can tell, oh, this is slipping away. That is slipping away. And so then when you look at the great big issues of your life, you think, oh, I wonder when something so important as Siempre para los Niños, something so important as my calling and my career, something so as important as my time on the streets of Los Angeles will slip away. When other things that were once so important to me, like the light on that cross behind me, there was a time in my life when that light not being on in here, I would have considered it almost sacrilegious. I would have gone out and I would have replaced those units, replaced those bulbs however I needed to make sure that was happening. Now, I don't want to get caught up in anything that's some kind of superstition or anything like that, and it bleeds over onto the projector screen, so I don't worry about it much. I just leave it out. What are you leaving out of your life today? There are some things we can't stop from happening as we get older. Some things just slip away until life itself, as the poet said, ebbs away, and we slip into eternity. But there are the other things, those which are central to us, those which call us and cry out to us from the depths of our being and say, this you need to remember, because this is elemental to who you are. This communion, this friendship, this cross, whether a light shining on it or not, these words, Hear, O Israel, the Lord is one. These things in life. Have you allowed something to slip away in your life? Or have some things just begun to slip away even though you didn't allow it and you couldn't help it? You're just getting older. And some things, even if you tried to put the brakes on them, they couldn't slip away. What we need to do is we need to choose that which is essential to us, that which is most us, that which we cannot allow to slip away. For me, as long as I can, I hope I can, wake up early, be here in the mornings, and celebrate these times of prayer. This morning, I was here with friends. We held hands. We prayed together. I shared a devotion. We shared in communion that which is so essential to us in remembering Christ Jesus' part in our hearts and our lives and his sacrifice. And then we told each other our prayer request, the concerns we each had. We held hands and we prayed. This, as long as I can, this communion represents the cross to me. This communion, this fellowship represents who I long to be in my life and the calling that's set out for me. I don't know who you long to be in your life, but for each of us, we have the opportunity to say, God, help me not to be mediocre, but help me to be miraculous. Are you being miraculous today? Go out today, shine a light. Maybe I'll get some light bulbs for those fixtures back there and put them on there. And next time I show you a picture of that, there will be, I'll bet they make new fancy lights that no longer flood on to that screen, just so we can have it there. God bless you. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and everything you say and do, come on out and be a part of Central Community this weekend, or come on out tomorrow morning at 5:30 and pray with us. The doors will be open. And if they're not, it's because I slept in. God bless you. Have a fantastic day.